I media trained you.
No, you didn't.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of kids.
Really good.
Okay,
It's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh my! Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes. Everything goes. Everything.
In 2025, a teenage girl named Celeste Rivas Hernandez suddenly disappeared. What began as a missing person case would later become one of the most talked about investigations on social media and in entertainment news. At first, family members hoped she would return home safely. Days passed with no answers. Then weeks. Eventually, months went by without any confirmed sightings. Investigators started gathering digital records, interviewing witnesses, and trying to reconstruct the final days before Celeste vanished. As the search expanded, public interest grew. People wanted to know what happened, where she went, and whether someone knew more than they were saying. The case remained surrounded by uncertainty. There were rumors online, theories from strangers, and growing pressure on investigators to find answers. Nobody knew that the mystery was only beginning. As time passed, investigators continued searching for clues. Every lead was examined, every report was reviewed, friends, relatives, and community members shared information, hoping that even the smallest detail might help. The longer the case remained unsolved, the more questions appeared. Why had Celeste disappeared without warning? Had she left voluntarily, or had something happened to her? Online discussions exploded. Thousands of people followed updates and speculated about possible explanations. Despite the attention, there were still no clear answers. Then investigators reportedly uncovered information that shifted the direction of the case and intensified the search for the truth. Months after Celeste's disappearance, investigators received information that led them to examine a vehicle connected to the investigation. What they found transformed the case overnight. For months, family members had been searching for answers. Now, authorities believed they had discovered evidence that could finally explain what had happened. News of the discovery spread quickly. Local media picked up the story, followed by national outlets. Social media exploded with speculation and debate. People who had never heard of the case before suddenly became interested. The investigation entered a completely new phase. Detectives worked around the clock, reviewing evidence, analyzing digital records, and attempting to build a timeline of events. As details slowly emerged, public attention intensified. Everyone wanted to know the same thing. What exactly happened during the final days before Celeste disappeared? The answer investigators believed might be hidden somewhere within the growing collection of evidence, but many questions still remained unanswered. As investigators continued examining evidence, a name began appearing in news reports. It was a name recognized by millions of music fans, D4VD. The mention of a well-known artist immediately changed the scale of the story. What had started as a missing person investigation was now attracting worldwide attention. Supporters urged people not to jump to conclusions. Others demanded answers as new information continued to emerge. The internet quickly became divided. Some believed investigators were moving toward the truth. Others argued that everyone deserved the presumption of innocence until proven guilty in court. Meanwhile, authorities continued their work behind the scenes. The evidence was reviewed. Witnesses were interviewed. Digital records were analyzed, and as investigators pieced together their timeline, public curiosity reached a new level. Every update generated headlines. Every court filing attracted attention. The case had become much bigger than anyone initially imagined. Eventually, authorities announced a major development. D4VD was arrested and formally charged. The announcement immediately became breaking news. For many people following the case, this was the moment they had been waiting for. But the arrest did not end the story. Instead, it marked the beginning of a new chapter. Legal experts reminded the public that charges are allegations and that guilt must be proven in court. Supporters and critics debated the evidence online. News organizations published timelines and investigative summaries. The case became one of the most discussed crime stories of the year. Meanwhile, attorneys prepared for upcoming court proceedings. Investigators stood behind their findings. Defense lawyers challenged the allegations, and the public watched closely, waiting for the next major development. Despite the headlines, one thing remained certain: the legal process was far from over. Today, the case remains under intense public scrutiny. As court proceedings continue, new filings appear, and every update is closely watched by both supporters and critics. For Celeste's family, the search for answers has never truly ended. For investigators, the case represents years of work and evidence gathering. For the public, it remains a mystery that captured national attention. Many questions still surround the events at the center of the investigation. What really happened? Will future court proceedings reveal new information? Will the evidence ultimately support the prosecution's case? Or will unexpected developments change the direction of the story? Those answers have not yet been decided. As the legal process moves forward, millions continue to follow every development, and until a final verdict is reached, one question continues to echo across the internet. What is the full truth behind the case?